Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And also please go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs. That will give you a much more dynamic picture of what is going on and what your situation is this week. All right. So let's see, what does Libra need to know for this coming week? And we start off with the Five of Swords. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Let's see how this might play out. We're going to lay out our usual 10-card Celtic cross spread, but we're also going to do an 11th card. And this card, I'm not going to look at it. We're not going to reveal this until the very end. And it's just going to see kind of how this whole reading can come together and tie together. It's going to be our confirmation card at the end, all right? So we're going to leave that just right there. Now, I think the situation this week with this Five of Swords, this is one I think of just kind of feeling like you've lost a recent battle, or there's been some recent communication going on that you might kind of be involved in now, where you just feel like the communication's not going well with this person. I see a few core cards here, so I think this might be involving at least one other person in your life. I think that maybe you've had an argument with them and you feel like you didn't really come out on top of that argument, right? So I think that you might be feeling a little bit defeated by them, or just a little bit attacked, maybe. I think if this isn't currently going on, I see some indications that this might be something that's kind of coming in through the beginning of this coming week. And I think it's going to involve, it looks to me like it might be an air sign. It might be another maybe younger female energy who is also an air sign that is just somehow starting this fight with you, or you're going to be just in the midst of this kind of argument, this friction with this person, right? Now let's see a little bit more about this situation. I feel like you are someone here represented by the Knight of Swords, kind of a lot of air today, a lot of air and earth, really. But in terms of this Knight of Swords, I think you are the kind of person who likes to have the upper hand in the conversation. I think that you are very good, very skilled at reasoning, at logic, at arguing. So I think that in this situation, it seems like this person might either be getting the upper hand in this argument, or they might just be using some tactics that you are just confused by, like you just don't understand, like, and maybe it's just an immaturity thing. Maybe they're just if they are that younger female energy, that air sign, maybe they haven't fully matured their communication style, and they're just kind of arguing nonsense with you. But I see that you are used to getting the upper hand in arguments. You're very well spoken. I feel like you're highly intelligent, and I feel like you're not afraid. You're not the kind of person that's going to shy away from an argument. Now, I don't know what this argument is over. There's some indications here that it might be work-related. So it might be a younger female coworker who's probably an air sign, just having this conflict with you, and there's this argument that happens. I think that they are that younger female air sign because we have the Princess of Swords in the recent past, or in this case, it could be the beginning of this week. This person might be kind of approaching you with some of just this energy where it's either they're confused, or they're just being a little bit aggressive, or a little bit opinionated, or just have a little bit of an attitude, and it kind of starts this conflict between the two of you. Okay, so I think that this is where they are coming from. They are just, like I said, this younger female air energy. Maybe it's a new employee. So it maybe it's not a younger female energy, but it could be like a new employee energy. I just see it as being someone rather young and immature still, and so it could be a new employee, or it could be a younger female, or both, right? But I think that they're coming into this and they might have a little bit of a know-it-all attitude, or they might kind of think that, you know, they already know how things work or how things should work, And I think that's leading to some conflict with you because you might be their supervisor in this situation, or you just might be, the person who's responsible for training or for orientation or onboarding the new employees. But I think that you're very used to the intellectual kind of side of whatever business or career that you're in. And so maybe this is you being that trainer or just being someone that people come to for questions, or that you're in a supervisor kind of manager role, right? But I feel like this conflict is coming, and I think it's mostly through their immaturity that it's going to just kind of cause this friction and this conflict at work. And I think with this Five of Swords is that this might be a situation where you don't quite know what to do with it. You don't really know how to handle this person. Maybe this is something where with this first encounter, this initial kind of conflict, maybe it just goes in a way that's completely new and completely unexpected for you. And so you have this kind of Five of Swords energy that you just feel like, wow, what happened? Did they just get one over on me, or are they just trying to manipulate me, or what is the real issue that's going on here? And so I see that it's a very stressful situation for you this week in terms of your interactions with this person. I feel like it's going to take a little bit of effort for you to really turn this Five of Swords into, either a Four of Swords or at best a Six of Swords, right? But I don't see those cards here. I think what your ideal outcome is represented by this Princess of Cups. Now this is like, that new energy, that new, just starting to kind of grow, but it's more in the emotional realm. So I think what you would really like to have happen is for you and this person to just be able to connect, like on a personal level, or just on a level other than whatever this kind of petty argument is about this work stuff, right? I think if you can connect with this person, and maybe that's just what you hope for, or what you're used to doing, is forming a little bit of a personal connection with people that you work with, and that really does, I think, just make the whole day go a lot smoother, right? And especially with new employees who may be coming into this like very eager and enthusiastic and ambitious, and they want to come off like they really, really want to learn and do a good job, but it may come off as arrogance, know-it-all, or just being too argumentative, right? And I think you're looking to connect with people on that more personal level, so everybody's day is easier, okay? And I think that it is going to happen in the immediate future. We've got that Sun card, so I think that if you keep doing what you're doing, you be who you are, I think the immediate future has the potential to be just like a shining light, a bright example. And I think this is kind of you, being the example for others, setting the standard, right? Because this Sun card is just bright and shining and giving out the light. And no matter what happens with this person, no matter this kind of argument or this just stress and friction with this person, whatever's going on there, don't let it dim your light, okay? Don't let it, tarnish your luster at all. Just continue to shine, be who you are, be the shining example of whatever kind of standard or model or role you play in this company. Just be the best that you can be, and don't let this situation like drag you down. Like don't sink down to their level, okay? Just continue to be that radiant sun. I see some of the effects of this situation is going to be this Eight of Cups, and this I think it's the potential for you to kind of just become pessimistic with this whole situation. I think with what's going on, it may just be turning you off. It may just give you that like, oh God, here we go kind of feeling. With the Eight of Cups here, I feel like it has the potential to really drain your interest in this work that you're doing. Like you just feel like, they don't pay me enough to put up with this kind of thing, right? But I think if you were to detach from that personal, emotional aspect with that person, and just be the shining example that we were talking about, I think you could avoid this like loss of interest, this pessimism, this really just downturn in your enthusiasm for this work or this company that you're in or this job that you're doing, you know. Because I think the effects of this argument really, in addition to this Five of Swords, which is just like kind of confusion, kind of like, wow, what the heck just happened? What are they talking about? What are they trying to do? Why are they, you know, having this kind of attitude or this kind of weird questioning or aggression or whatever that kind of energy is that they're bringing to the table is just leaving you a little bit confused, a little bit stressed out mentally. And I think, again, that the ideal for you would be to connect personally with people in order to make everyone's day better, make the work day go faster and smoother and a little bit more happy, a little bit, you know, just more joyful in the workplace, right? But I think in this situation, it's really just you have to detach from the stress and from taking that issue with this person personally. So just remain a little bit detached from this situation. You could still try to connect with people personally and have that emotional or that little bit deeper connection with people in the workplace so that things are a little bit more harmonious. But in terms of this conflict and with this person's specific behavior, don't let it bring you down. Stay a little bit detached from it, because I think it has the potential to really just kind of, like I said, tarnish your luster, dim your light, and just bring you down to their level a little bit. So stay somewhat detached from that, just for your own well-being and for your own enjoyment of your workday. You know what I mean? And also, don't forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to this channel. It's because of all of you that we're able to keep growing, and I get to keep doing this every day, which is what I really love to do. So thank you very much. Now, moving on here, I think that you see yourself as this manager person, as a leader in whatever work you're doing. You know, we're looking at this like this is, you know, a proper coworker, that this is the company that you're in, and it's very professional. But this is really whatever work you're doing. There's this person that's coming into your workspace and bringing this kind of weird energy, attitude, questioning, know-it-all kind of, argumentation, right? But I see that you are the person who is in charge. I think that you are really responsible for the day-to-day productivity here. I think that you always get results in the work that you're doing, and I think you know that about yourself. I think you see yourself as someone who is just a really hard worker and gets things done, gets results consistently, and you're that like leader, that manager kind of person in this situation and in this work that you're doing. And so you really see yourself in that light. You really see yourself as someone who kind of keeps things flowing, functioning, working, and getting those results. And so when this person comes in with this kind of energy, it's like a wrench in the wheel. It's just like, hey, what's the point here? What is this going to accomplish? And so I think that's kind of part of why you're getting stressed out by this. I mean, for obvious reasons. I think the situation around you with this person is one where they are not so much interested in making this a career. They don't really care about the future or about their earnings or about any. This is just like maybe a temporary job for them. It's nothing that they're taking really, really seriously. Maybe they are just in this situation to learn. Maybe it's not something that they're really focused on making a career out of or making a living doing. It could be something that is, it's just temporary for them. So that could be kind of where they're coming from. And I think that their energy in this situation is kind of stopping the smooth flow of production and things for you in this workplace. And maybe leave me some comments and let me know like what field of work you're in, or where this situation might be applying in your life. But I feel like their energy is really putting a stop to what's going on, and to the success and the prosperity and like the day-to-day production of whatever business this is. Okay, so with this Seven of Discs, I think that it's kind of it is that like wrench in the gears that's kind of putting a halt to the smooth flow of production. So I see that they're kind of they're getting in the way of the success, right? And that could give you another idea of how to handle this. And I see that the big concern for you is to have these things change, to have this business change in such a way that it's not productive anymore. I see that you are primarily worried in this situation that things are going to come to that grinding halt, that things are really going to take on this 7 of discs, because you're this 3 of discs, and you want things to be productive. You want to get results day to day consistently. This situation now is threatening that. And I think that your biggest worry right now is that you're going to go from, like being in the black or being in the positive and being on the plus side and having things be productive and having that profit and that productivity, to kind of going like into the red or into the negative, or having things just kind of slow down or shut down, or to lose some of the momentum that you've been gaining in whatever this business is. Now, it might be your business. Maybe it's your own company or something like that, or your side business, or whatever it is. It could be the company that you work for too. But whatever that situation is, I think the biggest problem for you is that you don't want the production to stop or to slow down. You don't want the profit or the revenue or your results to take a hit because of this situation. Because whoever this like new employee is, this, I think, younger female air sign energy, who is acting as like a wrench in the gears, you don't want that to really interfere with the success of this work that you're doing, okay? And what we saw in the first part of the reading was how this situation is affecting your confidence, your enthusiasm, and your light and your brightness, right? And so I think the idea here is to continue being that shining example of you, of the best manager, supervisor, employee, worker, whatever it is, whatever role you have, be the best at that, okay? And whatever this person is doing, well, that's on them, and it's going to make them look bad. It's not going to make you look bad necessarily, right? So I think over here on this side of the cards, we had more of the business side of things, right? The financial kind of situation or forecast of this deal. What I think is really in the future long term, next couple weeks, next couple months, is an increase in revenue. Things are going to stay on track. Things are going to be just fine. I think the main concern really is the cross portion of our spread here, which is dealing with how you're reacting to this situation, how it makes you feel, and that sort of thing. Then over here, it's talking about the actual work and the business and the profit, and I think things are going to be just fine over here. With this Ace of Discs, the revenue is going to be there. It's going to keep coming in. The productive nature of whatever work it is that you're doing is going to continue as it should and be successful. So I don't think you have much to worry about there. I think your focus is primarily on this portion, which is, again, how you feel, how you react, how you handle the situation, okay? Now, Libra, we're going to go to this confirmation card. We did look at this. I don't know what this is, and we're going to see just what this might tell us about the whole situation. And we've got the High Priestess. So this is really, really cool, because this is one of the only two major arcana cards. We had the Sun card, which I think was very important as the example of how you should be, how you should behave, how you should carry yourself and let your light shine. And then we see the High Priestess just saying, hey, you know what, this whole situation right here, don't worry about it. Just do what you got to do. Trust in the universe. Trust in things. Trust that things are going to increase in your favor, that you're going to have the divine blessing, and Spirit is looking out for you. And I think with this High Priestess, it really is, like this angel coming down and just saying, hey, we're going to take care of this. Things are going to be okay. You just keep doing what you're doing. You be the best that you can be, and things are going to work out just fine. And so this is that confirmation that, hey, this is going to be kind of a crappy situation, but you can handle it. There's nothing to worry about. You're just going to, you're going to gain experience from this and how to deal with people. Your business is going to just be very successful and profitable, and things are going to be fine there. Just take this as just like a learning experience, right, from Spirit, from the universe, just kind of giving you that test of how much of a leader are you, how much of this Sun card are you. And it's interesting that these two cards come in a reading together, because if you're into the Kabbalah, You know that the High Priestess goes from the crown, from the first sphere of the Tree of Life to the sixth sphere. So this is coming straight from Spirit right down into your heart, and your heart is that Sun card. The Sun is the sixth sphere. So I know maybe I'm getting a little technical here, but just know that these two cards are intimately connected, and so for these to be together as the sole major arcana in a reading is very significant, saying that yes, Spirit is telling you to let your light shine, be confident and assertive, and just trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in Spirit. And you know, these two cards I think are very intimately connected, and this is, I think, a wonderful confirmation for the reading today. And I think that the week is going to be maybe a challenge for you, but I think it's going to be a good challenge, something that you can handle. And whoever this younger female air sign energy is, they're not going to drag you down. They're not going to be, you won't even, in a week or two, you won't even remember any of this. I think it's going to just, it's going to go smoothly. You're going to handle it properly, and you've got nothing to worry about. Libra, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. This was your weekly tarot forecast. If you want to stick around for the extended version, we're going to look at this for a few minutes longer. You can become a member of this channel, and all of the information is down in the description box. Thank you.